Pigeon looks at world. Every country is in debt. Big countries, small countries, countries with fancy flags, even countries with space programs, all of them owe corn. They can land a rocket, but they owe 37 trillion corn to an owl in a tie. Pigeon doesn't even know what a trillion is. Pigeon confused. How can everyone owe everyone? This makes no sense. What even is debt? Debt means you spend more than you have. So you borrow. You promise to pay it back later. Countries do this by selling little papers called bonds that say, "Trust us, give us corn now and you'll get your corn back with extra corn." One pigeon bought a bond for 2 corn. Now he thinks he owns Canada. He's building a fence. But really, he just owns a promise with extra corn on top. And that extra corn is called interest. It's the price of borrowing. Buying a bond is like holding a tiny piece of the country's debt. The country gets corn now and owes even more corn later. Birds buy them, banks buy them, other countries buy them. That's how you get national debt, like magic, but with more paperwork and sadness. But wait, why not just print more corn? Because that makes things worse. Too much corn in circulation makes bread prices go up. Yesterday, 2 corn. Today, 4. Tomorrow, 1 wing and a cupcake. This is called inflation. Pigeon made a whole video about it you can watch next or after snack. Borrowing feels smarter and looks responsible until it doesn't. So why are all countries in debt? Because debt is how the world runs. It's like a big spinning cycle. One country borrows from another. That one borrows from a third. Round and round. Borrowing, owing, borrowing again. Like pigeons passing the same piece of bread around and charging each other interest for it. Who do they owe? Sometimes other countries, sometimes their own citizens. Sometimes scary acronyms like IMF, World Bank, Big Pigeon Hedge Fund. No one knows who runs it. Just a weird crypto raccoon. Is debt bad? Not always. Some debt helps the country grow, like building bridges or inventing super cool worm dispensers. But too much debt? That's a problem. Interest grows, so the country has to pay more and more corn. Then they have to borrow more corn just to pay back all borrowing, like Pigeon using one credit card to pay off another. Why does this keep happening? Because stopping it means making tough choices. The government can cut spending, but that hurts social programs and roads don't get built. They could raise taxes, but that might start a pigeon revolution. So they keep borrowing corn. They feel like they have no choice. Pigeon size. Every country is in debt because they're all kind of like Pigeon. They want bread now and worry later. Pigeon still doesn't know much about money, but now Pigeon understands why his country is in debt.